Come, Ramesh.
Good afternoon.
Sit down, sit down.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon. Thank you, sir.
Good. You're still working in BH? Sit back. Don't be under tense. This is the third time you're coming for the interview or fourth?
It is second time.
Second time. Last year also you went.
16 I went to
2016. But I've seen you.
Yes, sir.
You're very good. Be comfortable. Okay. So you're continuing in BHA.
Yes, sir.
Is this your last chance?
Actually, one more is there, sir.
One more. Good. You grew up in Srirampur,
Yes, sir. Srirampur, Manchiral,
Mancherial.
Northeast district.
Your father is still working for Singareni
Yes,
College?
sir. This in August he is retiring, sir.
What is the age of retirement in Singareni College?
Now it is 58 years.
58. Is still a coal filler or?
Yes, sir. He is still a
Still a
qualified.
coal filler. He is continuing to work.
Yes, sir.
In BHL, you've been there for how many years now?
Almost 12 years completed, sir. In BHL.
I know nothing about BHL, let us say. I would like you to tell me in 3 minutes about what BHL does in general and what is the role of BHL Ramachandrapuram, Hyderabad in particular. Okay?
Yes. Sir, BHL is one of the India's largest manufacturing and engineering enterprise, sir. And BHL is a provider of complete power plant equipment, and it takes project like erection, design, commissioning of power plant equipments in thermal, hydro and nuclear power plants also. Now it has also entered into new solar power plant. It has till now installed around more than 50 megawatt solar power plants also.
50.
Yes, sir, 50 megawatts. And it's
Photovoltaic cells.
photovoltaic cells. And its product profile also includes to transportation, and it has supplied around more than 350 diesel electric coaches and electric coaches to railways. Now it has recently received orders for electrification of railway lines, and it is also entering into water treatment business. And some of the achievements of BHL, sir, BHL is one of now today in India 53% of power is being produced from BHL supplied equipment. And one world record is there, sir, for BHL. Now in Kaiga, the 220 megawatts supplied by BHL has run continuously for 962 days. And
Without any maintenance?
without any interruption. Yes, sir. That is
Kaiga nuclear power.
nuclear power plant.
Where is this kind?
In UP, sir, Kaiga. Uttar Pradesh. And
Continue.
this is world record. Earlier one Canadian generator was there, but that was surpassed by BHL manufactured sector. And with regards, sir, now BHL other achievements are it has established 800 kV HVDC substations. It is also erected HVDC transmission line also. And now it is even regards to R&D, sir. It is one of the Indian enterprise which is spending more on R&D, and it is also now in development of advanced ultra supercritical power plant in collaboration with NTPC and Indira Gandhi Center for Atomic Research. There is a joint collaboration between these three, sir. So,
And about Hyderabad,
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Then Hyderabad actually the product supplied by Hyderabad, sir, generators, steam turbines, pulverizers and pumps, sir. And the achievement of Hyderabad, sir, that Kaleshwaram lift irrigation pumps are there, sir, that are also manufactured from BHL, sir. So it is around 139 megawatts pumps. In that the design and manufacturing of that pumps, BHL Hyderabad has taken lead role, sir. Apart from that, BHL Hyderabad is only the unit which manufactures, actually in collaboration with the GE, it manufactures gas turbine up to 300 megawatts, sir. So no other unit of BHL involves in this GT gas turbine manufacturing. And pumps, sir, pumps is the main. Even BHL Hyderabad has the capacity to design, manufacture up to pumps for up to 1000 megawatt power plant also. But still we have only 800 megawatts power plant we are supplying. But BHL Hyderabad has the capacity, sir.
Pumps for lift irrigation or for electricity generation?
So electricity generation, we use pumps, boiler feed water pump, boiler
These are smaller.
condensate extraction pumps, and that pumps, and even for this one, sir, Kaleshwaram lift irrigation also supplied by BHL.
The pump,
Yes, sir. Pumps.
the rotor, that is the actual motor,
Yes, sir.
as well as the pump.
Motor is supplied from BHEL Bhopal, sir.
Okay. The
Pumps
pump is
supplied from Hyderabad.
okay.
సార్ ఒక్క మీరు కైగా ఎక్కడున్నారు?
Kaiga UP and
కర్ణాటక.
Karnataka. Okay.
Whenever you decide not to manufacture in-house some of the parts and you have to procure from outside private vendors, what procurement policy do you follow in BHEL?
Sir, BHEL has designed one separate procurement policy for itself.
Mhm.
So there is normally we call for international bidding and single tender, limited tender. That is a procurement policy is there, and also some in some reverse tendering also it goes. And there are different like works policies are there and this is purchase policies there. Purchase policy for equipment, work policies for any service BHEL obtains from other agencies.
సార్
Do you pre-qualify the vendors or post-qualify the vendors? What is your policy regarding that? To qualify somebody to supply to BHEL?
Yes, sir. There are two parts, sir. One is commercial and one is technical bid. So in technical bid, that is pre-qualified. First, they in technical bids we opened. So if that they qualify in, as per technical requirements, then only their commercial bids will be opened. Like that.
What is meant by bid capacity
Bid capacity?
with reference to financial bids?
Yes, sir, madam.
Do you deal with procurement?
No, sir.
You don't. Okay, all right. Now you hail from Karimnagar district.
Yes, sir.
No, Manchiryal, Hyderabad district.
Actually, my father belongs to Karimnagar district, sir.
Okay, okay.
So
You were brought up in Manchiryal.
brought up in
In
Manchester.
Rampur.
Yes, sir.
In Singareni colleges, there used to be a lot of problems vis-a-vis the workers and agitations and Shikasa's interference. Suddenly, we have noticed over a period of 20 years, the activity of trade unions has come down drastically. In general, in the state and particularly in Singareni colleges. What is the situation now in Singareni colleges, and how do you compare the employer-employee relationship in BHEL versus Singareni colleges?
So now, yes, sir. Actually, previous there was many agitations and Sikasa, people's worker groups like that. It was there, but over the period that has come down mainly because now political parties and political leaders also participated in the elections, where union elections, and they are very accessible to workers, and they can workers can means convey their grievances, and like that it was means now workers can convey their grievance and their issues are mostly solved by unions, and also management also became proactive. It has given opportunities to employees to express their any grievances, and there are worker and management meetings, communication meetings are more. And also law and order also has improved, sir. Now because of continuous efforts of law and order agencies, security agencies, that movement has also come down, and most probably, sir, the support base of these people's groups, Sikas, has come down because most of the educated youth, they want to pursue employment opportunities, and they are not getting attracted to these their philosophies. And now, sir, Arun sir, can you please repeat second question?
Now compare and contrast the employer-employee relationship in BHEL vis-a-vis Singareni colleges.
Yes, sir.
You are a manager
yes,
in
sir.
BHEL. Your
Yes,
father is a worker in
Worker.
Singareni colleges.
In Singareni College, sir, same there is a recognized trade unions actually. That recognized trade union, they will also engage with the management. In BHL, sir, there is also same system, sir. There will be union elections, and which union got most number of the support, and that will be recognized union, and that will continuously engage with the management to solve any issues. And there also in the BHL, sir, especially plant council meetings are there, and also shop council meetings are there. Like that, each separate shop is decentralized. Like these quarterly meetings between management and that shop, whether any issues, and that will be again taken in the main union and the management meeting. So like that in BHL, the relations are there. And in Singareni also, I'm not aware of the details, sir, but there is also recognized trade union, and there also relations are good.
considering the fact that the managements are very proactive, taking care of the employees, workers, have the trade unions really become redundant, superfluous, as the Chief Minister of Telangana said in the context of the union in the TSRTC?
And it is not actually, we cannot, I will not agree with that superfluous, trade unions are required. Because trade union, like it is a always every worker is not management is not accessible to every worker, and there is also trade unions may, because for to promote collective interest of the employees, some of their collective interest, whether it's occupational safety, whether as their working environment, whether social security issues, that if they be part of trade unions, their bargaining capacity will be increased, and they can better project their demands with the management also. And management also, even the trade unions are beneficial to management also, because in some cases when workers may not listen to management, because there is always some reciprocal, not reciprocal, there is a antagonistic view sometimes management, and because management wants more productivity, more working, but employees want, they contribute, but they will also want more security. So like that, when if trade union mostly act as a bridge between management and the workers, and sometimes trade union convey employees that the need of increasing production, need of protecting the interest of the organization. So that in that way also union will be useful.
If I say that the union's conduct has deteriorated to the extent of taking money from individual workers and raising their grievances before the management, instead of taking up issues relating to workers as a whole, how do you react?
Yes, sir, I agree with you, but there are some issues, sir. It is not all unions are doing like it. Some this type of cases have emerged, but overall still. Sometimes management also not encouraging this type of union activities, and most of the unions also they are promoting collective interest of the workers than individual interest, because now I have seen working in BHL, sir, even BHL that recognized union also, they also emphasizing to the workers the need of taking collecting interest and protecting the interest of the organization, and they are also encouraging workers to work more, don't create a disturbance in the organization, like that. Now they are also telling to workers.
Have you heard of a project called Singur in Eastern Malay district?
Singur, yes sir.
What does it do?
Singuru Dam, I hear, sir.
Yeah.
Actually it provides
Dam project.
Singuru Dam. Actually, it is Singuru is an it is also a tributary of Godavari river.
What is the tributary called?
Manchira
Yes,
river.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
Manchira river. It's,
So
it supplies drinking water to Medak, and even it supplies drinking water to Hyderabad river.
what about for agriculture?
Yes, it
Supplies for agriculture
is.
also. Okay.
The present government made a big manifesto type of a statement that we will encourage Make in India in a big way. Yeah, we are aware of that. Related to that, what is the present status of Make in India vision, and the present budget, how does it promote it or how does it mitigate it instead? If I can just throw some light.
Sir, Make in India is a good program of the government. Actually, the objective of Make in India was to increase the share of manufacturing in the GDP to almost 25%, and also to increase employment opportunities to more than 50 million people. As part of Make in India, many initiatives are taken, sir, like that. Now it has many the procedures required for business or enterprise relaxed. Like now we are in the ease of doing business.
What is the present status?
It is not going in the required direction, sir. In the sense, it is not the whatever the objectives have not yet been fulfilled. But one in the area which taken improvement is like skill development. So now government is promoting more programs to promote skill development. And as part of Make India, it is also That startup system has, it is promoting startups. Many
Startups are okay, but what level are you pitching at? When we have a number of startups, right? Like say, well, we are manufacturing, a lot of companies are manufacturing mobiles in our country, so that's also make in India. Reasonable amount of two-wheelers and four-wheelers or make in India. Is that what you visualize when you say the concept of make in India? That's what the government have in mind.
I'm not.
We are making as it is large number of products.
Yes, sir.
Is this what the government mentioned they are encouraging make in India as a
Yes,
strategy?
actually, the objective of making India is to, that means products will be designed and manufactured in India.
So as it is large number of products are being manufactured, isn't it?
Yes, sir. But still, some products like electronic equipments are, whatever some we are importing from other countries. Even government wanted to manufacture that, like medical devices, if we take, and like defense equipment also. Most of we are the largest importer of defense equipment. So government wanted to make even manufacture those equipments also in India.
So
But it has taken many measures, and now defense corridors also set up, and even giving some benefits to solar photovoltaic manufacturers. But it is not.
what do you do during your spare time?
I read newspapers.
You read newspapers.
Very heartening.
in sync with your objective. So you enjoy reading news?
Yes, sir.
Huh? Yeah. Which newspaper do you read?
I read the Hindu newspaper.
Huh?
The Hindu.
Hindu. There is a comic strip of Hagar. Do you know?
Pardon?
Hagar.
Other.
Hagar.
Hagar the horrible.
Do you read comic strips little bit? Calvin and Cobbs and Tiger and whatnot. No? You're a serious guy. I so okay. Alright.
Now, should jobs be reserved for locals in private sector? Should jobs be reserved for locals in private sector? There is a demand.
Yes, sir.
What is your view on that?
Yes, sir. Some means not all jobs, but only at lower levels, some jobs can be definitely reserved to local people, sir, to promote local employment opportunities, and because locals are also the part of the that system, to make them partners in the organization.
Oh, I see. Okay. You have taken public ad as one of your optionals. We keep hearing about e-government, e-governance and all that. What exactly it is? Can you throw some light on that?
Yes, sir. E-governance is actually governance is it is a collaboration between government and other agencies, sir, to achieve the objectives of society, like society, whether it is a development objectives or economic objectives. So e-governance is mainly it is adoption of electronic and communication technologies, information and communication technologies in the governance process. So that is e-governance, sir. Like whether means there will be less personal contact between a service provider and who is taking the service.
Okay. Has it become a reality? At least you are from Telangana. So what is the status of e-governance initiatives in Telangana?
Yes, sir. In e-governance, many e-governance initiatives have been taken in Telangana. Like now, even vehicle registration also we need to carry always. So there is also e-portal is there, we can show, and also now most of in Raitu Bandhu scheme also money will be. There is also no interaction between the bank staff and like that, and even e-registration also they have started.
So by and large you are satisfied with the initiatives, or is there anything more that can be done?
Still more needs to be done, sir.
Like in which areas and how?
Like even in vehicle registration also still there is a need to, there is a participation of brokers are there still. Even after this
Okay.
process, so there should be further streamlined. Even registration also the issue of
Yeah.
is there, sir. There is also need to be removed.
Okay.
So there is still scope for e-governance.
Okay, you are from Telangana, and when it was formed, there were 10 districts. Now, how many are there?
33 districts.
33. You are not sure?
Yes,
Okay, 33, right? Now, this as a objectively, when I look at it, I find that it is just a proliferation of districts without much change in the very nature of administration. How do you see it actually? 10 districts multiplied into so many times, and now we are stuck with 33 districts.
Sir,
What is your assessment as, you know, a student one, as someone who has read public administration, particularly for this competitive, high-profile competitive examination?
sir, as a public administration student, I support decentralization.
Okay.
So now these 33 districts promoting decentralization. So earlier problem is then one district 16 lakh, more than 15-16 lakh, some 20 lakhs population were there. And for a district authorities, even collector and SSP, it was not easy to administrate. There was, and also for a district, a common citizen to go to district headquarters is also, it is far away from his place.
Okay.
So that was also problem. But with the reorganization of districts, now it is sort of the government has came near to them. Like that it is, and there is also, because of less population and the public authorities like the district collector or district SP, other authorities can actively work, and they can reach all sections of people in the district, and that promotes
Have they become
governance.
more accessible to the citizen now?
Yes, sir, it has become more
Sure.
accessible.
Or is it purely theoretically you are speaking? Have you been to any of the villages in recent times? Have you interacted with them?
No, sir, but practical I've seen now, like Hyderabad, earlier when I was in Manchiral, Hyderabad is very far away.
Okay, I mean
Yes,
physical
yes,
distances
distance
have
has
come down,
come
that's
down.
okay. But in terms of governance,
Now governance also, it is governance also, it is
are the people feeling the benefit of reorganization of the districts and smaller units? Has it really percolated to
yes,
the
sir, it
citizen
is,
level?
Yes, sir. Because now even like if we take Rait Bandhu scheme or other now there are many of the programs initiated by the district authorities. Now they are
That's all due to technology infusion, no? Even if 10 districts were there, you could have infused technology and you could have uploaded all the data. They could have got their in their banks, NEFT or something could have been transferred. There was the necessity to reorganize them into smaller units.
But when they personally meet the district authorities, when they personally assure them that the services, that builds a confidence in the citizen, and that promotes trust between the administration and the citizen. So that way it is useful.
Okay. You also took Telugu literature as one of your optional subjects.
No, sir.
No? I see.
No, sir.
Okay.
Public art.
Public art. Public art. Okay. Okay.
సార్ ఇప్పుడు మా మేక్ ఇన్ ఇండియా అని అడిగారు కదా, వాట్ ఈస్ ద డిఫరెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ మేడ్ ఇన్ ఇండియా అండ్ మేక్ ఇన్ ఇండియా? ఫర్ మెనీ ఇయర్స్ we had this slogan made in India, and I know as we said we developed a lot of products. Now suddenly make in India, and where does BHEL fit into this? Are you in made in India chaps or make in India?
Make in India is total, sir, like design, manufacturing, and it is integrated concept to make in India. Made in India is like design may be somewhere, but that product is physically manufactured in India. It is made in India.
So under Make in India, you are inviting all Chinese, American, every company to come and participate.
Yes, sir.
This latest program of this government, you are encouraging a lot of foreign companies to come and so you make in India. Whereas in made in India, they said everything should be done indigenously. Then it is a stamp of BHEL has made it in India
Yes, sir.
by Indians. So make in India is you produce it here.
Yes, sir.
That is the difference.
That is difference.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, see, you've done nearly 10 years in BHEL now, isn't it? Now, where do you see BHEL going? Is it declining or is it strong enough to face competition? Last 10 years, due to Chinese dumping, the equipment coming at low cost and all that, BHEL has got impacted and its performance is business is on the decline. Do you see any hope of this
Yes, sir.
giant growing again or no?
Sir, BHL for the last 2 years, since earlier it was making good profits, but for last 2 years there is a slight downward trend of BHL. But still, last year it has achieved a 27,000 crore turnover and also achieved a profit of 1,200 crore. But still there are challenges for BHL, sir. As you said, it is from Chinese manufacturers. And there are also some of the government policies like that now thermal government is not encouraging thermal power plants. So because more than 60% of turnover for BHL is from the thermal power. So because of that there is also a risk for the BHL in that sector. So what is now BHL is doing to it is diversifying into many areas, sir. So to compensate for that loss of thermal power, like now it is also entering into nuclear power business and other
There's no business nuclear.
recently the government has decided to some 11 nuclear power plants, indigenous nuclear power plants. So we are expecting their good
It is
business.
on paper. If you look at they had 2000. Their plan was to have 2000 megawatts. Oh, sorry, 10,000 megawatts by 2000. You know what they ended up at? 2,170 megawatts. But by 2020, they had a plan of 20,000 megawatts. Now nuclear power is some 7,100. So the no correlation between their plan and all. So you have any areas where orders are coming?
Main orders are coming in solar power also we are getting, sir.
Renewable energy.
Yes, sir, renewable energy. And sir, actually transportation is offering good opportunities for BHL, sir, mainly because now BHL has indigenously manufacturing locos and he also electric multiple units. Now even 6,000 HP VAC 7 locomotives are indigenously manufactured by BHL, sir. Even now it is actually it is in, with a Chinese company we have a technical collaboration. Like now we are tendering for even for metro coaches also, sir. So we already received electrification orders also. In that areas BHL has good scope. I think in future their orders. Now other things are now transmission lines also. BHL has the capacity to erect a transmission up to 800 kV transmission lines and 800 kV HVDC substation also commissioned by BHL, sir. There is also scope. And others are now actually government is also asking many of the power plants to reduce their emissions. So actually BHL has expertise in emission control equipment, sir, like electrostatic respirators. So there is also scope. And apart from that, sir, now recently Rosbosan Export is an Russian company, sir. So then we have entered into technical collaboration with the Rosbosan Export.
What?
For like defense equipment, sir, to manufacture jointly defense equipment for Indian and for export purpose.
No, but the nuclear gestation is, if it is a 5 to 10 years, the gestation in defense is still more. Projects take very, very long time. So
this Rosbosan is only for, actually it is for defense related equipment, sir. And apart from that, even recently it has entered into water treatment, sir, effluent treatment, water treatment plants. It is there, still there is, the performance is not up to mark, sir, but BHL is going in the diversification and it is expecting many orders.
And finally, on these reservation issues, the government announced 10% reservation for economic backwardness. Do you think it will work given our implementation of reservations and various criteria earlier. Do you think it's positive?
Yes, sir, I think it is positive because even in forward cash also, there are people who are economically backward. Because of lack of economic capacity, they are not able to get education, and because of lack of education, they are not able to get employment opportunities. And this 10% reservation will be benefit to those people who are economically backward.
Okay, this is the end of the interview. We have taken 30 minutes to assess you. Now we'll give you the feedback. You are very mature, you are very balanced, your communication skills are good. There is nothing really wrong with you. I want to supplement in this Make in India thing. He was repeatedly asking,
Yes, actually,
Made in India, Make in India.
I was not
So BHEL is the Made in India only. When India places a purchase order for some equipment, one of the conditions that the government proposes to impose, sometimes they relax, sometimes they introduce the clause, is that out of this, say, 100 pieces that we have placed an order, to save time, first 10 pieces you manufacture in your own country. The remaining 90 pieces you shall manufacture in India, duly transferring the technology, TOT. So you choose any of your partner here, and at the end of this agreement, your Indian partner should be able to manufacture of the same quality as the one that you have manufactured in your country. So there is a hand-holding period during which the quality, etc., is monitored by the person with whom we have this Make in India agreement. So, Make in India is futuristic. It applies to those foreign manufacturers with whom India has placed a purchase order, with a condition that it should be not 100% manufactured outside, but about 90% should be manufactured in India by getting into collaboration with a suitable partner and transfer of technology. That is very important, transfer of technology. That technology should not be already in existence in India. That is this Make in India. You shall make it in India. That's a condition. Okay. Already made in India without transfer of technology is we are accepting it. Like this, there is one Foxconn company in Sri City in Nallur district. It manufactures all the Chinese cell phones. In the morning it manufactures Oppo, in the afternoon it manufactures Vivo, it manufactures these Redmi, Mi, things like that. But there is no transfer of technology. The advantage is it generates employment. Whereas in Make in India, there is a transfer of technology. And therefore, you become self-reliant in future. You don't have to depend on importing of foreign equipment or this defense, foreign aircraft, ships, whatever it is. That is the difference between Make in India and Made in India.
In defense, there is a specific clause called offset, defense offset clause. So you say Israeli company is given a project, a percentage of the business should be, in India to an Indian partner, and then the technology transfer should happen. That's how we gain.
In any order more than 3,000 crores, it will have the offset clause.
Offset clause.
But the government can also delete that offset clause. In Rafale deal, they have deleted it. Anyway, so otherwise, the rest of them will tell you what are your strengths and weaknesses. And you, I think, will make it this time. You are very pleasing to interact with.
So in addition to what the chairman has said, I think you have got good command over your domain knowledge, and you also have a good technique of giving elaborate answer, of course relevant answer to a question, thereby preventing the board from asking you more questions. You are filling up the time very well and all relevant. And your analysis is also good, your responses are good, your attitude is good, positive. So I think that's good. Just be what you are. All the best.
You're okay, just brush up your, general awareness of what's happening. You're okay, you're articulate. Good. Keep it up.
You stand a good chance, but I was just wondering why this job should be limited only to lower levels, class 4 and below. And
Local camp.
why should they be? You took a stand that they should be given only at class 4 level. Why not managerial level? I mean, if at all there is a case, if at all
Meritorious.
If at all there is a case, huh? Yeah, just
So I feel there should be a percentage in that also.
so point is, should there be local reservation for the locals in private sector? There is a demand, isn't it? And there is also certain justification for that also, isn't it? Because the investor is using the local land here, he may, eventually also cause some pollution, the cost of the pollution, isn't it? There's so many things that go, along with the investment, isn't it? So to as a compensation, some employment should be given to the local people, isn't it? That's the justification.
The best among the locals, not to anybody who walks in. You choose.
But then I was in a bit of surprise when you said no, it should be restricted to class 4. Why only class 4?
Preferences should be there for the locals.
Suppose a person like Ramesh with such a good qualification, why a private sector fellow should not take you under that category? Should you not become a GM or something?
Shall I express what I have thoughts on that? Actually, I thought because now if we put a condition like that, means private enterprise may not they may not come to the.
Reduce the percentage. You can't say 90%. Some agreeable percentage.
You may guard your answer by stating that to the extent it is not a disincentive for the prospective investor. Yes, local talent should be
Can be
encouraged.
given, isn't it? If there is a Punjabi and there is a Telangana fellow and both have similar qualifications, choice must be always to the Telangana
All
fellow.
things being
You are
equal.
putting up the industry here, you are using my land, you are using my water, you are polluting my air, all kinds of stuff you are doing, no? So don't restrict it to class 4. Okay. Otherwise, you stand a good chance.
I think Ramesh is quite well groomed and I think thinking and answering. But I think the current times, you are defending BHCL quite well. But the current times are the mood in the center is to sell away family jewels. and
We are still making profit.
and Air India, you see ONGC, all companies are
Air India is loss making.
the block,
No, even a
So-
company like Bharat Petroleum,
Yeah,
they are
yes.
selling, I really don't know how.
Yeah, that's because profit.
profit.
Then they will be able to get more money. If Air India, they won't get any money.
No, Air India, I can understand. There is some justification. I mean, petrol company, where is question of loss?
There is no loss. They say it's one of the most successful companies.
That's why we want to sell.
We want to sell it for higher.
Higher.
Yes,
What is it?
They are buying and selling.
No, loss making you want to sell. Profit making also you want to sell.
Profit.
So my suggestion is, think carefully. Somebody might draw you into, accepting their argument, and you end up, getting into a trap.
They may lay a trap actually.
But
Be
still,
careful.
you have to defend BHL.
Yeah, he has done it.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
There is no point of saying it is okay. You let them sell it away.
So you be well prepared on that. Otherwise, I think you.
One small factual error. That Kaiga or whatever you said,
Karnataka.
it's in North Karnataka district, Karwar.
I had a chance to go. That's why I remember. So,
Also, I just wanted to elaborate on the answer that you have given. See, you are a manager and you have to deal with procurement, you should be on committees. So you talked about financial bids, technical bids. When I asked about bid capacity, you were not able to answer. Can you answer now?
Actually, I am no, sir.
It is the capacity of a bidder in terms of finances that he has got. to see whether he can execute this order also along with orders on hand. That is bid capacity. It is looked at from the financial bid opening point of view. You must know this.
But you understood what is bid capacity. Supposing I am a contractor who is making for the last 10 years things worth 1 crore. There is an offer 10,000 crore bid. I offer my bid. Can you really make 10,000 crores worth in that limited period of 6 months? So what is your bid
That
capacity?
is the bid capacity.
So what is the capital, what is your installed capacity of your plant, etc. Or they evaluate. Proven experience, if any.
That is a qualification in the case. Keep it correct.
You want to ask anything?
Actually, this only, sir. Actually, BHL in disinvestment. Actually, whether even I can support disinvestment.
Don't.
Even other top PSUs.
This disinvestment is to bridge the gap. There is what is called a fiscal deficit. The proposed revenue, the gap between proposed revenue and the proposed expenditure. The expenditure this year is about 30 trillion rupees. Revenues are not likely to exceed 23. So there is a huge gap. That is met by either public borrowing, that is, debt, or and some disinvestment. So the government can disinvest. But it should not be the main policy of going on selling away the family silver, as they say. This is doing very well.
Yes, sir.
And there is no point in, it's very unique in public sector. It's doing very well. So they should not lose that. Oil marketing companies, the government's argument is there are two more. There is one IOC and HPCL. This BPCL has the best share value. So we will get a good, we really don't know whether it's a wise decision or not. So you have to say from your point of view whether it is really going to be so attractive or not. If there is a brand is also priced. They are not, if you sell it only as per shares. It has now 51% of the shares in BPCL. If they sell it away at the market rate, it doesn't get you any special price for the brand value. So that is the valuation itself is wrong. So we don't know. So that you have to leave it. Don't condemn the government. You say they have a right to bridge that gap, to fill the deficit, the fiscal deficit. Okay. Anything else? But BHEL you have to support.
Yes, sir. BHL
It's a Navaratna or
it is Maharatna.
Maharatna. Therefore, you have to support it.
And moreover, your own commitment matters. See, tomorrow when you enter the civil service, you can't be a fifth columnist or a betrayer. You have to support. And it's doing well. It's able to adapt, it's able to diversify. When it realized that coal is a big pollutant, thermal power plants, its main bread and butter are going to be decreasing. So they are also good in what you said is pollution control mechanisms like electrostatic precipitators and things like that. Good answer. Anything else? All the best. When is the interview?
March 13th.
Continue to read the Hindu and all that, and there may be some important questions. Be in touch with Supreme Court decisions, budget. There will be questions on that.
Finally, you will be asked definitely a question saying you have already put in 13 years of service in BHEL and 5-6 years elsewhere. You will be left with some 22 years of service in IAS. You will not get the scale. Whereas if you continue in BHEL, you may become chief executive also. So why do you want to get into IAS? Be prepared for an answer.
You have to think of that answer.
Yeah, whatever you want to give.
Okay? Bye.
Thank you.